Welcome back to Timone Show. Here's I'm back with my guest Jamar. If I
For
could,
round two.
we're here for round two of we were talking about Hollow Earth. We might have finished that. I'm not sure. Now we're just talking about
Now we gonna talk about
just digging deeper
how
into
the government want to kill us.
Oh damn! All right, I like that.
That's what we talking about.
All right,
And
I like that.
And it's not black people. I'm talking about kill us, all of us.
All of us. I got you.
Now, you aware of the Freedom of Information Act, right?
Yeah.
Which declassified a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But when they declassified, one of the things it did was declassify NSSM, and that's NSSM. I want to say 220. I'm gonna say 220 because that's Let me just look at my phone.
Hold on. While you're looking that up, how do you feel? What's your opinion about Edward Snowden? To me, I think he's a fucking American hero.
NSSM 220. Eric Snowden. That's the guy who was leaking with it.
He leaked all sorts of fucking classified information from the fucking NSA and the fucking CIA and all sorts of shit, dude. Like to the the American public and shit, like shit that we should know.
I definitely think he is. I definitely think anybody with big enough balls to stand up against the system, I commend them every day. Because I'm a fighter myself, and I want to stand up to this shit. So I commend Eric Snowden. Anything he leaked out, if he leaked it, I learned a long time ago, man, that you can't judge a man for doing what he feel like is right in his heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He felt like people needed to know this shit, so he told us. I respect him for that. It's better than him being a bitch and just feeling like he should have told us all the time and just being a scared
like
ass
the
bitch.
rest of his
like
employees.
Everybody else, who knew they should have said something. He said something.
Yeah.
I respect him.
That's how I feel. Absolutely.
Okay. But NSSM 200 stands for National Security Study Memorandum. 200 is called the Kissinger Report, done by a man named Kissinger.
Okay.
It was done in about 1965. I may be off about a year or two. But the Kissinger Report talks about how you deal with crisis in the country, how you deal with insubordination from your constituents, which is us,
right,
and how you deal with overpopulation. Did I say that already? Okay. But basically, what it was a national study report about how you kill mass amounts of people.
Okay.
You can look this shit up. Google on my phone. It's right open free for the public to read now. And people don't read this type of shit.
Right.
But what it clearly said was that the number one thing that the number one concern that the government had is keeping the youth down. Not our parents, the people our age. How old is you? 30?
Yeah, 30.
Right, you 30, I'm 30. People from in between our age range, basically 15 to 40.
Yeah, okay.
They want to keep you down because they know where the youth lie, the power lie inside the youth.
Right.
I mean, if you pump the youth up,
that's why they're making it so much of a struggle for us right now.
The youth will die for the cause. Yeah. You feel me? And they'll fight you blindly because this is what they supposed to do, and the government know this. They gonna go in and we gonna go all the way out and say no.
I feel like we have to work like twice as hard that our parents did to make half as much. Fucking like.
They do, and that's part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. They talked about how you spend all this money on dumbing the people down.
Yeah.
You make it illegal. Like it's illegal to collect rainwater.
Okay.
Why do you think that is? Because that removes your dependency from the government.
Yeah,
Right? So
absolutely.
basically, what they said anytime,
You can't start a garden in your front yard and like all sorts of shit, dude.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
bullshit,
yeah,
because it remove your dependency off the system
yeah,
that make this shit work.
yeah.
But self sufficiency is the best way.
Right.
Okay.
There's only a limit to solar panels you can have on
Right.
fucking. Yeah.
So they said if the people get out of control, the first thing that you do is take the food.
Okay.
This is the
Absolutely.
government talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first thing that you do is take the food.
Absolutely.
If these mobs get to wilding out thinking they gon' you control, why you think the government make it they business to control everything?
Right.
Okay. Now, a lot of people stand up against
They use
Muslims.
the word regulations.
Yeah,
Fucking.
regulations, sanctions, and shit like that
Yeah.
to basically control shit.
Yeah.
But they said they will stop the food. You will hear about
Right.
food shortages and all this bullshit when you know it ain't no shortage, man. They ain't hungry, but they'll starve us to control us. Second thing, they do separation. Separation. You will go back and you will divide people
They've already been doing that since the beginning.
since the beginning. Since the beginning, they divide us. Okay. They said they talked about all this shit. They talked about how Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
This shit was made up in 1965 in the Kissinger report, bro.
Okay.
And they implemented that shit right in the 80s. Guess what they did? They said they went and gave these countries money. Only countries with black and brown people
Okay.
gave these countries money to basically sterilize their women. In Brazil, women was getting kidnapped by the thousands, bro, and sterilized.
Wow.
Just so they could meet the quota to get this money that basically America, even though it's not just America because it's that whole structure between, like the UN and shit. But that's basically what they talking about, man. Killing off thousands of people and making sure that only these elite people survive. Y'all can read this shit. I swear to God, it'll scare the fuck out you. And it's called the Kissinger Report, National Security Study
I'll
Memorandum
put
200.
links for the Kissinger report that I can find in the description below.
That shit crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot of shit that's going on right now. People don't understand. Like people don't understand that every day you being socially engineered. People don't understand that it's people who get paid big money to study you and understand what they need to do to control you.
Wow.
You know, it's people don't understand, goddamn it, Timone, that you really are what you eat.
Right.
You really are what you eat.
Dude, there was that Dead Prez song way back in the day that I used to rock, like way back in high school and shit, dude. It was called Be Healthy, and the chorus was like, "You are what you eat, so I strive to eat healthy. My goal in life is not to be rich or wealthy, you know, fucking,
Real shit.
cause true wealth
It's
lies in
health.
good health and wise ways. So fucking, yeah,
That's real shit.
and I used to rock that shit, and fucking, yeah,
But
that was one of my anthems growing up, you know. So like,
not just that, not just physical, the mental as
yeah,
well.
yeah, absolutely, the wise
And
ways.
yeah, the wise ways.
Yeah.
And there's people out here who they purposely dumb you down every single day. They make it hard for you to get. Why do you think you go to school and they teach you nothing that you need to know? And school is free. School teach you how to get a 40-hour job a week. Excuse me. School teach you how to be a worker, but it don't teach you how to be a boss. You know. Now when you
The only relevant things they teach you in public education is fucking reading, writing, and mathematics. Everything else is fucking like whatever, dude. We could be learning crafts. You know, we could be learning how to be carpenters. We could be learning how to be plumbers. We could be learning how to take care of a family. You know,
But
we could be learning all this other shit. Yeah, I know.
Independence.
Yeah.
The government won't teach you independence. You know
Yeah.
why? See, people often forget that school ain't a constitutional right.
Right.
You don't have a right to education. Okay, they teach you what they want to teach you and make it mandatory for you to go, but they can take this away from you at any time. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Right.
Now, school. If you go off into this school shit, you know why you go to school 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday?
It's daycare.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of sort of daycare. That's a good. I like that. I like that. That's a good point. We can touch back on that.
All right.
But you go to school 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. What's that? What's 8 times 5?
That's
40
40 hours
hours.
a week. Yeah.
You go to
Yeah.
work
40 hours
hours
a
a week,
week. Or yeah, roughly. Yeah.
which the but most people
Yeah. Yeah.
work
Yeah.
40
You
hours,
grind that 9 to 5 and shit. Yeah.
right? The way of America is you
Yeah.
work for school mentally trains you to work 40
You
hours a
have
week.
that one part of the day. You have those
Once
two parts of the day to look forward to: the fucking lunch and recess,
you know,
and fucking the end of
break
the day.
in the end of the day,
Yeah.
and they train you
Yeah.
mentally as a kid to be ready for this. So
Yeah.
when you come out, it's not nothing new. Now, back in the day, in a 40-hour week, that's a whole scam too. You could look that up. The 40-hour week.
Yeah.
It's called a 40-hour scam or the 40-hour scam. But
They
if you
learned that. Well, they learned how to way to break your day into fucking thirds, because they like so a day's 24 hours, so you have the 8 hour workday, then you have the 8 hour leisure time, and then 8 hours of sleep or whatever. So that's how they want to learn how to just break down your day. So like you
so
have that 8 hours of leisure time or freedom to make you feel all like yeah, I still get to enjoy myself, dude. I still get to play fucking pool or go golfing or whatever,
okay,
and do that
I
bullshit.
hear that makes
Yeah,
sense. That makes
yeah,
sense. That makes sense from a standpoint where this is what I want you to think.
yeah,
Okay, but you got grandparents, right?
yeah,
I got grandparents, right?
yeah,
They give you stories all the time about how they used to work 20 hours a day and shit like that, right? All day and shit.
yeah.
Okay.
I might have a lazy eye sometimes.
I
Sorry.
know. So I'm like, they might give you stories about how they used to work. Now, everybody used to do that
Yeah,
because ideally, back in the day, a man employed his own family, right?
right,
He didn't work for nobody.
right,
But big business started.
right.
Okay. Big business needed a way to bring in people to do what they needed to do. Okay. Big business couldn't boom everywhere in the beginning because of slavery.
Right.
You know, nobody needed to hire you if I got this
I got free
slave.
labor. Yeah,
Yeah,
I only have to feed
I
them
got him
fucking.
for
I only
fucking
have to
30
feed them fucking
years.
chitterlings.
There you go.
You know,
I
like
got him 30 years for $3 a year is the
right,
cost I'm spending on him.
right,
And you, I got to pay you $3 a week.
right.
I'm
Fuck
gonna
all
keep
that.
my slave.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck all that.
So
Yeah,
big business was failed, so they had to figure out a way to wrap all this shit back in and get it to where this big business, which could bring all this money into the economy.
I've looked into this shit.
Yeah.
And that's what really initiated the fucking Civil War. It wasn't fucking Abraham Lincoln trying to free the
Yes.
slaves. It was really
It was
fucking
business,
yeah,
man. It was
yeah,
money. I'm
yeah,
glad you know
yeah.
that.
I read this shit like 10 years ago, and
I'm glad you know.
I couldn't find fucking research on it since. And then fucking and
Yeah.
I'm glad you fucking
People try to paint Abraham Lincoln out and say,
yeah.
"Oh, he wanted to free
No,
the
dude.
slaves."
No,
No,
dude. He was about
it
fucking.
wasn't
He
about
was
that.
about who was ever pulling his strings. Yeah,
A war was
absolutely.
about to start
Yeah,
because the people in the South was stupid rich
yeah,
because they had slavery,
yeah,
and the people up north was poor.
yeah.
So they came to North, basically came to them and said, "Hey, y'all gotta let y'all slaves. We gotta balance this shit out. If not, it's gonna be a problem." Abraham Lincoln being the president had only one chance, but to, and I don't even know if he was president at the time. He freed the slave, but I don't know. But he had to do
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
had to do to stop a war and make this money right. It wasn't nothing about, which everybody know is always about.
Yeah, but they
money.
teach us in school, fucking all that fucking. It
Mhm.
wasn't about no freeing no goddamn slaves. It
It was
was about
bullshit.
fucking the money, dude. Like that's all it was
It's
about was
about the
money.
money. So it's just a lot of shit that I kind of lost where we was going before you even said that. But it's a lot of shit that be happening, you know, and people don't really educate themselves about this government that we live under and the shit they be trying to do to us.
Fuck, I gotta take this.
Man.
Shit.